Hey, what's up? It's AP Experiment, and welcome back to some XDefiant. As I've been saying in all of my videos, I have a lot of these to drop off. So this was a matchup on Liberty, I believe that's the map called. This was the game mode Occupy, which is more or less, I would say, hardpoint-esque, just to compare it to game modes of other FPSs. So this is hardpoint-esque, and I decided, you know what, I was gonna tinker with the snipers. So this is the TAC 50, which is supposed to be the more powerful sniper, and you're gonna see one of the main reasons why I normally stay with snipers. I'm not a great sniper on normal occasion. Every now and again I have moments that pop off. If you've been watching the channel for a while, I do have the Amores 56 kill gameplay on DOS House and Call of Duty. So that was one of those few moments where I was really just popping off. But yeah, I decided, you know what, this is a new game and let's just give it a try and see if I can snipe pretty well. I do like the scope in time. The ADS time is very well. I like the movement back and forth. I was really tinkering with my settings throughout the server test, so I don't even know if I have the quote-unquote final version of my settings. I might tinker with them more once the game is fully released and I have, you know, I have more time into the game. But at the current moment, I do like the way that I had my settings for the server test. It seems like I was moving very fluid and very smooth. As you can see here, I was running the Libertad faction, which is like the current healer faction. But I run the El Remedeo, that is what it's called, because I believe it's a Latin culture that Far Cry 6 was based in. So the El Remedeo is basically I want to say a health pack I basically throw on the floor and it heals the surrounding area. The other one for Libertad is the Bovita boost, which I think is a little bit more like it's a little bit more closer to like an axe spray for healing. And I really am not that selfish of a player. I'd rather really play like as I was doing here, kind of playing off point, trying to feed the team the heals as they need it. And again, I'm playing with the sniper, so I'm really just like tinkering around and playing off point, playing off objective, which is not normally like me. I normally am a heavy objective player, but I decided since I was messing around with the snipers, I'd play off point. That way I wasn't really putting the point at risk with me just trying to be in there fighting with the sniper. I was hoping to catch people in transition between the points, but as you can see, I'm kind of getting fried. So yeah, that's you know, like a normal day in the life for me. So hopefully I can eventually, after the game releases, get a good TAC 50 or some other sniper that may come into XDefiant gameplay and be able to upload that. Just because I do want to be able to show my progress in every video. I love showing off my deaths, my kills, my low points, my high points. I like to let the community see my progression throughout the game. Laugh with me, laugh at me, whatever you choose, as long as, you know, a laugh is had. Because I mean, at the end of the day, games are supposed to be fun. So, you know, I don't mind showing off my failures, showing off my successes. It makes me no difference, because honestly, at the end of the day, games are supposed to be fun. So I always have fun playing games anyway. That man had his ultimate. In case you didn't realize why he was orange, that the ultimate for the Libertad faction gives you 200 XP. So he popped his ult, which means he had 200 XP, which means I would have had to hit him with 2 sniper shots to the head, and of course I could not do that, so I was getting toasted. The thing that I really enjoy about this game too is that there's a lot of movement options. So for someone like me who's already bad at sniping, I now have to try to catch people while they're moving, which is another reason why I'm very happy about how smooth I was able to get my settings as far as moving my scope. That was very, very good for me, because it can get very difficult to track someone when you don't have a fluid NADS sensitivity. And normally I don't. In most games I go for like a more stable ADS multiplayer, so that it's a little bit more stable when I'm have the scope up. But that's more for games where there's a lot more bigger recoil or things of that nature, and I need to make sure that I'm kind of staying on target. With this game, I'm a little bit more loose with it. Again, I am going to be tinkering with it. I really do love to experiment, hence my name. And I really love how they made this map. Like, it was very, very cool that they kind of just took like the Liberty Island where the Statue of Liberty is, and they kind of just turned it into this little battlefield. They put the planes in the middle to kind of add as obstacles. They put boxes. It's very fluid. I love the map design on this game. It's very, very nice. But as you can see here, look at the team's getting torched. I'm getting torched. It was low-key a bad game all around. And this is actually one of the main reasons why I'm normally playing on objective, is because I as someone who plays solo often, I cannot rely on my team to try to take points or objectives and focus, because like if I'm playing off the point and trying to basically goof off and experiment with guns, I have to guess that I'm queuing with someone else who's probably also trying to do the same thing with a different gun. So 9 times out of 10, that's usually why I'm playing objective anyway, just because somebody has to focus on the objective, and usually I'm on a team of people who don't really care about it in the first place. So as you can see, eventually I did get sick of it, and I'm like, alright, hold on, let's try to turn this around here, because you know, I can only really be losing a match for so long before I basically deviate from what I'm doing. I am not a fan of losing. I would rather literally go negative, have my personal KD low, than just, oh my lord, he slid and murked me, then actually just let, you know, me take losses just so my KD can stay at a certain point. Which is something I've never really understood from FPS communities, is the people who like think that win-loss matters less than KD, which is weird. It's always been a weird concept to me. I do not know how he out-snaked me there, but that was clean watching that back. And that's another reason why I love doing these post commentaries, because I'm able to really watch back my own mistakes. How did I hit marker? As you can see, I'm reacting to my own gameplay here, and as you see, I was getting torched. I was literally 8-22 at this point in the match. I was legitimately being flamed, but it's, you know, as I come to expect from me tinkering with a gun I'm not that good with. Again, I care way less about KD than most people. It's simply not my thing. I'm actually very happy I hit that snipe, and then I missed the collat. They literally lined up for like 1 second. I almost had a collat there. That would have been so cool. I think I actually did end up hitting a collat sometime during the server test. I'm not sure if I actually caught it in one of my recordings, but I believe I did hit one nice little collat. And as you can see, look, I love how powerful the sniper is. When you're accurate, which obviously during this gameplay I'm not very often, these snipers have such good power on them. And of course, people were arguing toward the end of the server test that they were overpowered and they needed a nerf. But I think that they're actually in their sweet spot. A sniper should hit hard. It should do lots of damage, and obviously, as you can see from my terrible shots, it's not exactly an instant one shot, one kill anywhere. You really do have to be accurate. So it's just that people have very good aim and very much know what they're doing as far as hitting their shots, because the snipers were definitely out during the server test. There was actually, I think, one point where I ended up going with a team of full snipers. I don't know if I actually got that one recorded either, but it was a very interesting game. Literally was getting torched. It was very shocking and different. But as you can see, we basically turned the game around for the most part. We were down maybe 20-30 at one point, and then we got it really close and dicey. So I am happy that the team started focusing a little bit more on the point, just to kind of, again, make things more interesting. I always hate when I'm trying to have fun playing in a match and tinkering and things like that, and one team or the other basically just gives up the objective to and the game is kind of just swayed in one direction. Now, of course, yes, there are pub stomping moments where one team is definitely outskilled and outgunned. That's the beautiful thing about this game having no SPMM. So there are times when there's literally just, you know, no real help on the other team, and, you know, people quitting out and things of that nature, which is something I've never understood. Like, if you started a game and the game's almost over, just play it to the end. Honestly, I think developers should start putting in like a leave penalty, but that's just my opinion, because I really hate people who like quit out in the middle of games. Like, I get it. If you have a certain thing that you're doing or a certain challenge that you're doing and one team is completely just getting dumped on, sensible. But literally there should be some sort of penalty for just dipping out of a game like midway through. It's weird. It's just weird to me. Anyway. But yeah, as you can see, I was not the best sniper here, but the team did fight. We were trying to really just get things back together. I was trying to catch people up top. Again, I'm still somewhat learning the maps at this point. I think this was still early into the server test, maybe like the first hour or so. So I was still kind of learning the maps, still trying to figure out where the good head spots were, where enemies would be coming from, the ins and out, things of that nature. And trust me, as time goes along, I'm gonna eventually get some of these spawns down too. I'm not normally the guy who like focuses on that, but eventually I will be able to get them down to a certain level of predictability just from hours of playing. And trust me, I do plan to play this for many hours because I really do enjoy the game and how it flows. I enjoy the factions. I was actually one of the few people who was very excited to hear that Rainbow Six was getting one of the first factions added. Because when I first saw this game announced and things like that, and I was like, there's no Rainbow Six factions. Okay, that's interesting, because I knew that Rainbow Six was such a big influence on the entirety of the Ubisoft community. So I am very happy that that's going to be the first thing announced. And as you can see here, I only had 12 kills at the end, but it's been AP Experiment, and I'll catch you in the next one.